Hello, folks, and welcome back to Final Factory. Last time we left off, we expanded a lot. We found all kinds of cool stuff, including 2 suns, and we set up a whole bunch of stuff around some of the areas of interest to just try to go through here. But whatever these guys are preparing us to attack us, which, okay. We have a bunch of defenses set up. We probably need more. So I'm going to add some out in these areas here, just to maybe be a deterrent of some type here. And they're going to attack us down there. Okay, that's nice that we have that idea of where they're coming from. So then we can fly down there. I wish there was a transport of some way, shape, or form that I can get down there far more quickly, far more easily. Oh, this was not, that's not what I meant to do. That was for, nope, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. To come down here. We're going to put it more out in this area. And these things are set just to get rid of the clouds so we can see things more easily, which I rather enjoy. So we're going to come down here some more. We have all that going in place, and we're going to keep moving along here. We have a defensive base here, so we can put another one of these out near this thing. And hopefully, nope, not that. Hopefully that's going to make this a little bit easier. So let's see, we're still under attack there, so we should probably skedaddle a little bit and get down there a little faster. No, we already have one right there. Give me. All right. We're going to head down. Yeah, look, see? It's nice when we have defenses set up in places that make sense. Nope, we are already engaged in battle. All right, I guess we'll stay engaged in battle here as there's no reason not to. And you can see that our increased fleet size makes this significantly more manageable than what it was in the past. Go through and do all of that. Let's see what we got. Take that. Let's build some more defensive structures out this way. I need some solar panels. There we go. All right, and they are working on repopulating all that. That's fine. We'll get that done. What I'm considering doing here, there's a couple different ways that I could play this. We could try to go in and start setting up some more significant defenses. And really what I want to do is at some point here, I really want to find a way to generate... How do I describe what I want to say? So in Factorio, I keep going back to Factorio because it's the closest analogous or analogy I have to this game for how my brain thinks about playing stuff. In that game, you set up what is widely referred to in the community as a bus, where you have all of your resources, all of the stuff flowing through a main kind of line, and then you can refer to that line, do things with that line, whatever you need to do, you can get that going. So we have a choice of trying to set up a station to get that bus established, and then once that's established, we can do a lot more things. I think that's kind of where my brain wants to be right now. Is set something up like that. Like this area here, I want to be able to mine that. This area, I shouldn't see our guys flying into darkness. We should be able to see exactly what's going on. And there should be defensive techniques or defensive things set up all around there. I don't know what the light structures do. So I'm going to try one just to see what the heck it does. But I'm going to try to build out some of this stuff so we can see a little bit more easily out into space. And making things just a little bit more visible, I think, is going to help us out. I don't really know, but I like it. Yep. Oh, we're under attack. All right. It also, I think, if we can see stuff, it stops them from generating as much stuff. But you can see they are well established near us, which is a good and a bad problem. It's good in the fact that we get lots of research points available to us. It's bad in the fact that we now have to build defenses or things to take care of all of that. But I think we'll be able to establish all of that very quickly and easily. It's just, we got to do it. So that's what we're working on right now. Is all of that stuff. Cool, 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 and cool. And we know we have more over here. So we're just going to deal with those real fast. Then we can come back. Let me just real fast click on, get some more of those, and the light. I just want to try building one and just seeing what it does. Oh, it needs power, obviously. Okay. Which this is a tremendous waste of power, but whatever. Does that do anything, or is it just there? Alright, you still are low powered. I suppose we could use the lights as a visual indication for different things, but I don't really know what the main goal of it would be. Build another defensive structure out here with some power options. And I want to figure out a way to connect these all into one station that we can do more with. I don't know what that solution is yet, but we will figure it out here, hopefully sooner rather than later. But right now, let's just go beat up the bad guys a little bit and try to gather up all the research that we could possibly need to be able to move through our stuff. Because we only have 17 of 25 on the research end of things. I left the tutorial not in handheld mode, but kind of more basic stuff, and I want to make sure that we can deal with all of that. So let's go in here. Nope, you're not going to exchange fire back and forth. This is not a two-way exchange. This is us just destroying your life. And then we'll go through and get all of that established, and boom, 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 boom. Fantastic. We're done with that research. Oh, got it. Reset. Let's see what we have here. So that one is an advanced solar panel, which generates much more power at the expense of heat and signal. Okay, I don't know what that means. Capacitors, don't know what those do yet. Fleet command, I don't need that, I don't think. A mass fuel consumer allows the casting of mass energy converters. Don't know what that does yet. Ooh. We produced 1,000 bats from ship assemblers. Cool. What else we have? Overdrivers produce bonus station operations like production speed and vision range. Okay. Power distribution sounds important, but 200 is nuts. Let's go with the station repair. It doesn't cost crazy compared to most of the other ones here. And hopefully will help us out longer term. But let's go in here and establish more of these things. There we go. All right, so now when we look at the map, you can see we know much more of this area. I want to light up all of this stuff, but I assume that we have better technology coming our way to do all of that as well. So let's go back to our main base here. Oh, look at that. We have one right here. Just need some power. It was covered up by all that stuff. I'm going to steal these while I can, too. I don't know what they do. But what my plan is here is we can make specialized stations, like this guy is iron asteroid. So we can go through and just do all the stuff with iron. We have another silica asteroid here. And there's lots of other asteroids scattered throughout this whole area. If we could just specialize in some of the things, like, okay, these are where we're making ships. This is where we're making parts of the space station or whatever, or just dumping resources for future consumption. That all sounds like a plan here. So I'll just follow this up here. I still want to build a light. I'm like, let's just stick it there. And I need to build one more solar panel. There we go. All right. It looks like lights also just produce a little bit of visible area there, potentially. I don't know that for sure, but I think that's what it does. You can see we have like something else over here that we need to go investigate. It's one of our things, I think. Oh, they're engaged in battle over there. Whatever was going on there. So let's get a couple more solar panels and figure out what's over here. There is definitely something fighting itself over there. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see they have definitely tried to establish themselves in some of these areas. Makes no sense to me, but that's okay. It doesn't have to. I'll happily take over any of these free items. And let's go in and establish one of these bad boys. And then we'll put some solar panels on it. Nope, not that. Solar panels. Boom. Nope, not there. Goodness gracious, that was a poor placement. There we go. All right. We can at least see beyond that a little bit. We still need more work with it, but whatever. I don't know what these things do. I want to find out what's going on with it. And you can see it says station info. Like, I don't know what station we're talking about here. But this whole area is very interesting to me. All right, but right now, we need to focus on making a space station that is of greater substance than what we currently have. So when I go into here and we take a look, I have the option of a station core. Adds a lot of stability to the stations. Each additional section curve will confer less stability. That doesn't mean anything to me right now, but we're going to build one. We have strut recipes, sure. And then we also have the radiator recipe, which we can't do yet because we don't have enough low density structures. But the radiator is going to dissipate heat, and then we have a heat exchanger, which pulls heat from the grid and transfers out to the connected radiators. So we need all of that stuff, I think. When we click on this stuff, you can see that it does produce heat. So if we hover over, like this mining station here, it contains energy and all that stuff. But some of these have temperature things. Like you see this one has its current temperature, its maximum temperature, and its current temperature. So I think we need to work on that. This guy does the same thing. I just don't think we've built anything that's crazy enough to warrant anything wild here. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I don't like that you're attacking my stuff. That's not cool. And we'll take care of that, but that can't continue. All right, and then I need to go acquire some solar panels. So we're going to go up here and steal some of these. Put them into our stuff there. We're also going to acquire some material over here. And, oh, it only lets us one? Okay, it's because we just don't have enough of the bauxite. So we need to go get that. Bauxite is aluminum, right? Like that's its base mineral or ore, I think. Okay. So that all looks better at least. And let's see if we can build like our core thing, whatever that, well, let me real fast get some more. These bad boys, look at these and these. All right, we got all that stuff. Let's go down to this spot over here. And just make sure it has some panels there. And now we have ships heading over that way. Fantastic. All right. Now, where's this at? Let's find him just to our south. Okay, so these things basically cannot exist alone. They need to be protected. So let's go in, add a few more of those on there. And then we'll get some ships to protect that area as well, because this one's just about full. And they get 20 total, if I'm thinking right. All right. But what I want to do here is we're going to go in here. We're going to try to build this core thing. I don't know what it does, but it consumes and produces and allows us to output different things in different spots. And you see it has a stability rating as well. So what I think I want to do here is load up some storage options for it. And then we'll use conveyors to transport those things into this. We need to build some solar panels to power all of this stuff. We had the struts, right? I don't know what they do. Okay, and when we click on the station, we can see everything about it. It consumes 3 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts, 4 kilowatts, and it produces 21 kilowatts. So it's totally fine. Heat-wise, it's not doing anything really, and signal-wise, it's generating just a little bit of signal. All right, but what I want to try putting on there is a defensive structure. And you can see it's powered now, I think. They're going to it. All right. So we have that. And what I want to do is, if I can, I want to get those logistic drones things. And we have logistics bays. So I should be able to... I need to set up double. So I had 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. All right. And then working ship wise, I should be able to order up a whole bunch of these cargo drones. And if I'm thinking properly here, which I'm probably not, I should be able to just have things go out to it, no problem. So like, I'm gonna go into our thing here, and where's my cargo drone? Actually, let me go unload some of the stuff that I don't need anymore, because we have a lot of stuff on board our ship right now that is ridiculously unnecessary. So we don't need that. I think that's... no, we don't have one of these yet either, do we? A Tesla artifact? Okay, all that's good, all that's fine. Alright, oh, we have one more there, but that goes into that one. Okay. Oh, we have radiator artifacts? There we go. Yep, I'm gonna get rid of that too. Okay. So, I'm gonna try putting a logistics bay down here. And what else do I want to put down there? I don't think, I'm not going to put the cargo drone things on there yet. I got to figure out some more stuff here. Still under attack there. I don't really care about that right now. We'll figure that out in due time. I should also get some more of these. Great, yay. Nope, they need to go the other way. All right, that looks good, but now we can power up these. Okay, so the whole station has lots of power. And now, if I'm thinking properly here, which again is always dubious, I should be able to throw a cargo bay. Like that, is that? Okay. So we have that. A logistics bay. How do I set up logistics bays? Oh, they have to go in a straight line. Why? Why is that a thing they need to do? Can they be longer? Can I choose different spots for them to go? These are questions I must know. So we can filter stuff. I only want those. All right. And is there anything else I can do with that? Does not appear to be the case. All right, let's build some more of these. What am I lacking? What is that? Oh, we're losing structures and we're having battles. Okay. So let me go and I guess we'll figure out this whole mess later. I'll have to do a little research on cargo drones because I don't know how they work or what's going on with them. Oh, they have to go to logistics bay. That's why this thing's not moving. Okay, I got that. Okay, that makes sense. So if I did a logistics bay and then built something there, that's fine. All right. But first I need to go gather up some supplies for solar panels, which we can't have anything because we don't have any low density structures. So I'm just going to go up here and steal all of that stuff. All right. And we're going to fly down. And while we're doing that, we should be able to build up some of this stuff. So we can do that. All right. Let's go onto the map here and take a look and see where we're at. All right. We're under attack there. Map-wise, we're losing stuff in the same area. So let's go, go, go. Figure out where the bad guys are at and what exactly is going on here. All right, we got a lot of bad guys around. Not a big deal. Not too worried about them. All right, we'll wipe out all that. We'll go in and wipe out all of you guys. Thanks for playing. Don't care about you. You're easy to kill. Bop-a-dup-dum. They're really just helping my research out right now, which is all I'm thankful for that. All right. And let's go down farther south here and see if there's anything that is still in danger. These guys are under a little protection. They probably could use some more. So we're going to give them a little additional protection right there. Along with some additional solar panel usage. These guys look like they're okay. Ooh. All right, they ruined the solar panels on those. Or I never put them in, one of the two. This area looks fine. We have a lot of stuff built up in this area, like way too much. So our conduit's the only way we can move things. So let's go into our technology tree and just take a look and see what we have coming our way. Fleet, don't care. Repeat, repair, fine. Laser turrets, cool. Mobile stations. Mobile space station. That sounds fun. I can fly around with it. Singularity. Don't know what that does. More laser turrets. Knights. Okay, we got another fighter that can come up. Lots more fleet command. Comet crashing. That's cool. We can get ice from incoming ones. I wonder if we use ice to like cool down stuff because we keep seeing heat pop up, but I don't know why that's the thing we need to do. All right, we got that stuff with Knights, planetary science. Okay, I'm just trying to look at like the icons here so we can program the movement. Awesome. Heat transmission. What's that guy? Faster inserter bots. Okay. Okay, I don't really see what I was looking for. I was looking for something that's like a higher capacity or much faster conduit, but it doesn't look like that's really going to be part of what we're doing here. So the question is, do I want to try to build something in this area just to begin with and just see if we can be successful at just mining out that stuff? My only problem is we don't have any bauxite in this area from what I've seen so far. If we can find that, then I think we're in good shape. But until we find that particular item, because of the silica, we have the iron, I need to have a bauxite one because that produces lots of good things for us. I have yet to see one around here. Let's get some more of these ready to go as well. And we'll get lots more solar panels ready to roll. So do that. Boom and boom. And that's well within its defensive range, so anything that's there should be found out pretty quick. Oh, we got bad guys. Let's go have some fun. And bauxite, there it is. Cool. They're protecting exactly what we wanted. I just want a better way of transporting stuff long distances, and I don't see a way to do that. There we go, there we go. Oh, we got more. It's never quite over, especially as you explore farther out. All right, we're almost there. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. I'm okay with it. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's just, it's helping our research cause, honestly. So I'm okay with that because I feel like we're falling behind a little bit and looking at the cargo inserters or whatever the heck they are, and that they can only go in straight lines and only that distance is weird. I don't know how to use them properly. So we'll cross that bridge as we come to it here. My goodness, they have a lot of stuff over here. But they're going to fulfill or help us to fulfill our obligations for research. There we go. We already finished up that research now. We're waiting on more, but I'm going to do that once. Ooh, more stuff. What is that one? That's space rocks. I don't care about space rocks. But find the resources and find the bad guys. That seems to be the name of the game right now. And there seem to be always more bad guys. They do not seem to want to quit. Like how they spawn one just as we're ready to kill it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. And I don't know what these artifacts do, if there's any benefit of taking them. I really don't know, but I'm going to keep doing it and storing them in spots just so that I know I have them, I guess. All right. All right, well, I'm going to try to pull back from this area a little bit here. Just so I can start the next round of research. I'm just trying to gather up all the things before it... I would assume it disappears. I don't know that to be the case, but I mean, it makes sense, right? All right, we're going to research our advanced solar power. And we're going to continue to engage the bad guys here because we need to advance that farther. And I really, really, really want to figure out how to build like an actual factory area here. I think I've done a terrible job of doing what you're supposed to do in this game. At the same time, I don't know how to get all the resources to all the places and keep it non-fragmented. All right, we're just going to keep knocking these guys out though and getting some research done while we're waiting for my brain to process what I'm supposed to actually do here to be successful. But thank you, bad guys, for continuing to assemble and be near me. Their strength is at 55%, which does not give me a great confidence. Because as we continue to knock them out, they continue to get stronger. And somewhere, those are space rocks, right? So if we follow this path, we should run into bauxite somewhere. There it is. That's what we wanted. All right, so I'm going to set up a defensive structure around that. We'll also do the little cloud jobby doobies over there. They're within the range of that. I just need to give it power. Oh, and that's right next to the iron one. And then we should have... Oh, there's 2 iron asteroids? Heck yeah. And then even farther from that, there should be another item that is useful for us. But we're going to continue to build some of this stuff. Oh, crap. All right, let's see if we can just take them out real fast. Oh, they're not happy about me being here at all. I mean, it's not been a real challenge to knock them out. They do have a lot of numbers, which is fine. But we have more stuff. I mean, our weapons are just better. They overall stronger and better in every single possible conceivable way. It's probably not going to be this way forever, but for right now it is. So I'm going to do that. We're going to stick solar panels on here real fast while we're not being attacked. Then I would like to throw on some more of those cloud things. Put one there, put one there. Let's just see just a little bit more into the distance, and then we'll pew, 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 pew. Start fighting all of this stuff. And I like to try to just do circles / fly around the outsides so you can kind of get a better idea of how big whatever the encampment or whatever you're dealing with actually is. All right, and then we're just about done here. Fantastic. Boom, boom, boom. Take all that stuff. Now I would really like to set up a mining operation and get rolling with parts of this game that I still don't understand fully, but I want to engage with, I want to try out, I want to see what else we can do. So I'm going to try a core. What is that? Logistics bay. I'm not dealing with that yet. I do want to deal with crafting areas and setting up lines of things. So let's try to plan this out. If I'm trying to make something that exists here, it's going to start probably somewhere here and go down. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Let's go in and put in another defensive structure somewhere down here. Put another cloud jobby doobie in there too in a second. Maybe 2 of them. I really dislike when it does that. All right, so I need to change those back, and really that's what I wanted all along. All right, we got that. Get that. All right. Those are within range. That one's getting there. We have this area, but I'm not super concerned about that right now. So what I want to do, if I can, again, I don't know if I can or not, but I want this to be my original base where everything feeds into. So I think it probably makes most sense to have it up here. And then we distribute out of that. So now we need to set up our mining stuff. And I'd like to have a couple different lines of stuff going in. Because this, I don't think there's any production. I don't know what all that is, but I don't think there's any production limits on this. I think we can literally just feed things into it and hopefully get some stuff out. I do want to see, where's the struts? Because we do have struts. I want to see if these struts, if I'm able to build them here, do they allow me to put panels on them? No. Okay. But what that will carry is stuff for us to use. And we also have the new solar panels, I think. Yeah, we already researched that, so we're in good shape with that. We're going to do this mass fuel one, start with that. But I think that's going to finish us up for this episode. I know it's coming to a little bit of a sudden end, but I want to think through this a little bit more. And then once I have a chance to think through it a little bit more, we'll come back and take a look. But thanks for joining me as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.